Welcome back, everybody. This is My Journey 4K, and we are back in IMSA in the Dallara P217. Let's get into it. Looks like we're starting this race in 5th position. Strength of the field today is a 27:38. Coming into this race with a 1285 rating. Getting close to that 1.3 again. Car with a somewhat similar paint scheme, not the same as ours. We're the number 27. Looks like we are still 5th in our class. This is multi-class racing. We have the GTP hypercars, the LMP2 prototypes, and the GT3 sports cars. We will be seeing them a little later on in the race. This is a 35-minute race. We'll need to stop once for fuel. Car behind looks like they're going to try and dive to the inside. They didn't have it. We were braking later than them. You can see the gap to the cars in front opening up just a little bit while we're trying to defend off the car behind us. Going a bit wide there. That'll be a 1X again. The other car behind went wide. Not a good exit out of the final corner. We're going to open up the gap a bit there. The first lap is done. We should have our tires up to temp. We'll be able to go back to full speed. Maybe we can close in on the car in front of us. Car behind making that mistake really opened up the gap and should allow us to just stay looking forward, not worrying about our mirrors. There is 2 red, white, and blue LMP2s in this race. Still 5th in our class. This is a 35-minute race. We'll need to stop once for fuel at least. See, the cars in front are still not too far away. The gaps are just starting to open up. Kept it on track that time. Looks like we're getting just a better exit in that final corner than the car behind us. They're losing a little more time. Just over a second to the car in front of us right now. So far, so good. Clean race. Let's see that we have the 1X so far, but that's okay. That didn't slow us down. Didn't damage anything. About a second gap to the car behind. A little more than a second to the car in front, I think. Just slightly. Let's see, 3rd place isn't too far ahead either. They're not really driving away from us a whole lot at the moment. Car behind struggling to keep up in these final corners. 134s for the last couple laps. Really decent consistency there, like that. We probably could be a little bit faster here. I know the leaders were running in the 133s. With the strength of the field at a 27:38 today, it's a pretty good opportunity for us. We are almost to 1.3K. We're looking to get a decent finish here. We started the race in 5th. We're currently in 5th. We're losing a little bit of time to the car in front, gaining more time to the car behind. About 2 seconds now. So as long as we can keep it clean, the car behind is not a worry to us anymore. It is less than 2 seconds to the car in front. We're locking it up a little bit there. That'll slow us down slightly. You can see some of the cars way back there in the distance. That's probably the hypercars, but they're quite a ways back still. Looks like maybe that red LMP2 car behind hit the wall. Got really close to it. Still in 5th, trying to catch back up to 4th place. I don't think they're getting away from us too quickly, but they did make a bit of a gap early on. If we struggled with grip on that first lap. A little over 7 minutes into the race. Pit window will open in a few laps. We may be seeing people pitting when we start to hit traffic. GT3 cars will be caught. They'll start to be caught in a few laps, I think. A track like this, they get lapped a couple times by the lead prototypes. The hypercars will most likely lap us, the LMP2 class, once. Still running the 134 is pretty consistent. High 134. Not losing too much time to the car in front, but they're gaining just a few tenths every lap here, I think. Few second gap to the car in front and to the car behind now. Pretty clean track for us at the moment. Like I said, we'll be catching the GT3 cars in the next couple of laps. Last lap was a little slow at a 135.4. Looks like we picked the pace back up on this lap though. Probably that really just locking up the brakes in that one corner is where we lost that half a second. Just that tiny little lockup is all it takes sometimes. And having to adjust for that and come back onto the racing line can be quite difficult. Keep up your pace when you lock things up. About a 2 second gap to the car in front. I still think we're gaining on the car behind. Still 5th in our class. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If I can get the subscribers, I can upload the higher quality videos to a lot of these platforms. I would like to be doing that. Restriction really sucks. Having to wait for, I think, 500 subscribers on YouTube. It's kind of crazy. This is a big milestone for us. This is race 100. I feel like we've grown quite a bit as a racer. We've raced many cars and many tracks in the 100 races. Starting to fall in love with the LMP2 car. It's pretty fun to drive, a little bit of difficult. And good competition in this class and series. The whole series is really competitive. A license multi-class series is just top tier stuff sometimes. We've seen a top tier driver in the first 100 races. I have to go back and look at my notes to see what race that was. So we raced alongside Casey Kirwan. Kirwan? We're starting to catch the GT3 field now. Porsche car in front of us. There it is. I was looking through my notes. We're up to third in our class. Whoa, starting to lose control trying to pass the GT3 car. We did barely hang on to it from hitting the wall. It was a tough one though, it lost us a bit of time. So yeah, I went back and looked at my notes. Race number 85, we raced with Casey Kirwan. Kirwan. A former iRacing champion. He won the Coca-Cola series a few years back. I believe a couple times. I have to double check. And that was race number 85 that we got to race with them. I might do a special video for that later. Since we've reached race 100, I've been working on a crash bloopers video. So hopefully I can get that put out soon. No guarantees for that though. Catching another GT3 car, third in our class. A few cars have probably taken their pit stops, especially because we caught the GT3 class now. The pit window will have only recently opened. Car behind is starting to catch us because of that issue coming out of turn 1 there. Not sure quite what happened. We lost control catching the GT3 car. A few more Porsches just ahead. Just about 15 minutes into the race, 20 minutes remain. We still need to stop for fuel once. Currently third in class. Put a little more space between us and the car behind with those GT3 cars. They're gonna go side by side, blocking that car behind us. I think we're hoping that maybe we just get through the GT3 field decently here. We're catching 3rd place in the GT3 class now. We should be able to pass them on this straight. So we're gonna hang in there as long as we can right now, get through this GT3 class. See if we can't push it till we take our pit stop. Started the race in 5th, currently in 3rd. I think 2 cars have just taken their pit stops early. You can see the car, a couple cars back, taking their pit stop. The red car probably wants to stop a little early. I think they hit the wall earlier. It looked like it anyway. You can see our lap times come down to the 1:37 because of the traffic. It is pretty surprising how much time the traffic will cause and take away from us here. Just getting around 2nd in class. Here's the leader in the GT3 class. We're looking to get by on the outside. We shouldn't have a problem with that. Putting some more space between us and the car behind now. Those GT3 cars are going to be in an inconvenient place for them. And we have a clear track in front of us now. Cannot see 2nd place, but we might be able to get through the field a little bit better than those other cars if we take a late pit stop. We shouldn't have to worry about the GT3 field again. If we pitted now, we'd have to pass the whole field again. I hope we don't do that. Since we've passed the entire field, we'll come back later. You can see the car behind us is still struggling with those final corners to try and keep up. They're pretty much a full 2 seconds behind us at the moment. We're still 3rd in our class. We're gonna see if we can run down some of the cars in front of us. Not quite sure what the gap is. Pretty much just see the LMP2 car behind me and then the lead GT3 car is way back there. Running away from all of them quickly now. When we take our pit stop, we want to make sure we come out as far ahead of those GT3s as we can. Hopefully we can push it all the way till we start to catch the back of their field again, and then we come into the pits. They'll also need to take their pit stops as well, but they can usually stay out longer than the other classes. You can see we're really gaining time on that car behind now. Back up into the 134s. Before it was just a 135 because of traffic. But we go with an on-board for a lap loop. 35 flat there. Decent, just a little bit slower than some of our other laps. Looks like the car behind took their pit stop. Don't really see them. Too many there. Still third in our class, pushing our fuel this time. We should be in the window to take our pit stop. Starting to catch the GT3 field again, like I was talking about. We'll probably pull in this lap. We did start the race in 5th. We're currently in 3rd, although we haven't made our stop yet. Be interested to see if we come out near the car in front at all. We've had some good, clean laps in front of us here. Catching a Lamborghini. Looks like we're gonna pull into the pits this time. See a heavily damaged car in the pits there. About 22.5 minutes in. When we come out, we'll have about 12 minutes remaining in the race. Should just be getting fuel here, no tires. Looks like an okay stop so far. Coming out now, we can see some hypercars going by. There's 1 and 2. Oh, a couple GT3 cars did catch. Let's see if we can get out before them. That is 2nd place and 1st place just in front of them. So we'll only have 1 GT3 car to pass for now. Should give us pretty decent track position thanks to that. Not too much slowing down from the GT3 field again. We ought to be able to go mostly to the end of the race before we see another. Although hypercars are starting to catch us. Just behind a Cadillac and a BMW, I believe. They're going to have to get around the GT3 field first. This yellow Cadillac might be the leader. I don't know. We'll see if they take their stop or not. Nope, they do not need to stop. They're going to pass us soon. Hopefully after turn 1. We might try and prevent them from slowing us down here. Nope, we'll let them by. That is 3rd place in the hypercar class. See where we came. Oh, I don't see any LMP2 cars in front of us at all right now. Looks like we are still in 5th. We started the race in 5th. We spent some time in 3rd, and now we're back down to 5th after taking our pit stop. Not sure what happened, but the car behind the red, white, and blue LMP2 car that was trying to keep up is no longer in sight. It was either a slow pit stop or a crash. I think I missed it when we were in onboard view for the lap. So there's no more worries, it looks like, about the car behind. Just hoping maybe we can catch up and get up to 4th position to challenge for it. Less than 10 minutes remain in the race. Got about 9 minutes left. It depends where the leader is. How many laps we do. Going a bit wide there. That'll be a 1x penalty for us. Still in 5th, it looks like. Don't see anyone in pit lane anymore. The pit window will most likely be closing for everybody soon. If it hasn't already. The GT3 cars seem to go a bit longer, further in the race without needing to stop. Pretty clean track in front and behind now. We get to go pretty much full speed. Wondering if I can get a glimpse of 4th place at all. I don't know where they are. Looks like maybe that's a GT3 car in front of us. Maybe it's our class. See a hypercar finally catching behind us. Looks like a Cadillac. Just about 7 minutes remain in the race. Still a pretty clear track in front and behind. We'll have to see when this hypercar starts to catch us. They're a little ways back still. Still 5th in class, having a fairly decent run in this race. That is a GT3 car ahead. Kind of just hung on to our position and are still holding on to it. Not too many people challenge us for this position anymore. We do want to get up there and try and challenge somebody else for 4th. Starting to catch a Lamborghini GT3 now. We shouldn't have a problem passing them in this straight here. Somebody else back there, not sure who that is. Could be an LMP2 car? No, that's a hypercar. It's Porsche. Cadillac and a Porsche starting to catch. They're pretty much nose to tail with each other. Cadillac going nice and wide on there. Hopefully they're not too impatient with us in turn 1. They're not going to catch in time, looks like. This should allow us to let them by pretty easily up here, I think. We'll stay to the inside and let them go to the outside. Gonna make the Porsche go to the inside if they can. Nope, not quite before the chicanes. Also known as the inner loop. This is the outer loop here. Some people call it the corkscrew. It is sort of like it, but it's not quite the same as Laguna Seca's corkscrew. Another hypercar starting to catch us now. We're gonna lose just a tiny bit of time for those, but not much. Mostly it should be them going around us while we stay on the racing line. Are we catching a GT3 car now, maybe? That will probably slow us down more. Just about 4 minutes remaining in the race. I think that'll be about 3 more laps here. Still no sight of 4th place, still no sight of 6th place. Catching another GT3 car with the hypercar catching us. Everything should happen in these straights up ahead though. High speed corners. Get to the inside here, don't really notice. Alright. Our lap times have fallen off just a little bit due to this traffic. Catching a Ferrari GT3, we're gonna go to the outside of that corner and then, ooh, Cadillac locking it up in front of us briefly. Just a little puff of smoke there. Those could be the lead Ferrari GT3 cars. They were leaders before, I think. It's just a default paint scheme, it's hard to tell, I forget the numbers. Couple Porsches just in front of us now, going side by side through these corners. This is going to cause some problems. Whoa! One was hit and knocked off track, slammed into the wall. Trying to get by this Porsche, they're driving in the middle of the road. They really didn't want us to go by, not sure why. Not very clean, safe racing there. That one Porsche really hit the wall hard. Thankfully, we were not involved in that, and we weren't trying to pass when that happened either. Just a couple minutes remain in the race now. I think maybe 2 more laps total. We'll see. Not sure where the leader is right now. Catching some more GT3 field, it looks like. I can see a few hypercars in front still. No LMP2 cars yet. Really need 4th place to make a big mistake or something. They're just too far ahead right now. I guess we didn't get through the GT3 traffic as well as we could have. No real threat from 6th place at all though either. Catching this purple Porsche, should be able to get by on the inside of this corner here. It's quite a bit of passing and getting past in the LMP2 field. Really going extra wide there. Gotta know where you can and can't do that, and we're still learning, I think. Trying to keep pace up while you're getting past and all that stuff. Didn't see the flag waving, but this is probably the last lap here. Still 5th in class. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Finally getting some decent showings here in Watkins Glen. This is a 2,700 average field. It looks like we might be catching 4th place just ahead. It looked like an LMP2 car possibly flashing on the screen in that group of cars that's in front. Gonna give the Porsche plenty of room there. See if there is an opportunity here in the last corners, I think, of the last lap. Could be the red LMP2 getting lapped. Yeah, that is an LMP2 car in front. Looks like we still have one more to go here. We're going full speed still. Flashing our lights, gonna get by this GT3 soon. We see an LMP2 car in front, but they might just be lap traffic. Some backmarkers. They're a little bit ahead of us at the moment. It's hard to get a good vision of their panel. See what position they're in. We're gonna go around the Ferrari on the outside. This should be the last lap of the race. Time has expired. I think that is the LMP2 car just in front of us. We're a few seconds back at the moment. Although it looks like it might be the red one. That was way behind. Hit the wall. Final corners of the race here. It'll be clean, and that'll be it. We started the race in 5th, we finished in 5th. I'm pretty happy about that. We've been struggling in Watkins Glen. This is a good solid run here. So we went from a 1285, we gained 5 points. We're going to be at 1290 after this race. Thanks for sticking around for race 100, everybody. See you next time.